You are standing in a forest. It's around 800 AD. There's no internet, no alarm clock, no I need coffee before I become a human. There's just you, a tree full of strange red berries, and one very confused goat eating them like it just discovered a secret cheat code. And somewhere, at some point, a human looked at that goat and thought, wait, why is that animal running around like it owns the planet? This is the story of how humans discovered coffee. Not the $7 latte you buy while pretending you understand the menu. Not the giant cup someone carries around the office like it contains their entire personality. We're talking about the first moment a human being looked at a tiny coffee cherry and thought, yeah, let's put this in hot water. And honestly, that decision changed civilization forever. Because coffee is not just a drink. Coffee is the reason millions of people wake up every morning and immediately ask themselves, who am I? Before coffee, I love humanity. As after coffee, move, I have emails. But here's the crazy part. Coffee was discovered by accident. According to legend, an Ethiopian goat herder named Kaldi noticed something strange. His goats were eating berries from a certain plant, and suddenly they became extremely energetic. The goats weren't sleeping, they weren't relaxing. They were basically having a tiny animal party. Kaldi looked at them and probably thought, either these berries are magical, or my goats know something I don't. So naturally, he tried them, because humans have always done this. A mysterious plant appears, eat it. A weird mushroom, eat it. A berry that makes goats act like they drank electricity, obviously eat it. This is basically the entire history of human discovery. Trial and error, with a suspicious amount of error. Over time, people learned that these little beans inside the fruit could be roasted and brewed into a powerful drink. And then, something incredible happened. Humans discovered caffeine. Caffeine is a chemical that plants make as a defense system. Plants basically created a natural, don't eat me weapon. But humans looked at it and said, interesting, this plant is trying to stop me from eating it. I wonder if I can make it my morning routine. That is peak human behavior. The plant invented caffeine to protect itself. Humans invented coffee shops to defeat the plant. Around the 15th century, coffee culture exploded in Yemen and the Middle East. Coffee houses became places where people gathered, talked, debated, shared ideas, basically ancient social media. Except instead of arguing in comments, people were sitting together, drinking coffee and arguing face to face. A terrifying technology. Then coffee traveled around the world. Europe discovered it, and at first some people were suspicious. A dark, bitter drink that makes your brain work faster? Some thought, this must be dangerous. Others thought, this is amazing, I can finally stay awake during meetings. And coffee slowly became one of the most important drinks in human history. Because caffeine didn't just change mornings. It changed productivity, it changed trade, it changed social culture. Some historians even argue that coffee helped fuel the age of enlightenment because people had more places to gather, exchange ideas, and think. Of course, nobody knows if a philosopher drinking coffee suddenly became smarter, or if they were just awake enough to finish their homework. But there's something funny about the story of coffee. A simple plant evolved a chemical to protect itself. A goat accidentally discovered it. A human copied the goat. And thousands of years later, billions of people are drinking the same thing every day while saying, I can't function without this. Which means, technically, the goat started the coffee industry. A goat. One random goat. So next time you drink coffee in the morning, remember, you are not just having a beverage. You are continuing one of the weirdest accidents in human history. A story that started with a goat eating berries and ended with humans standing in line for 20 minutes to buy a drink with a name they can barely pronounce. That's humanity. We see something strange. We experiment. We build civilizations, and somehow it always comes back to coffee.